These two paintings are examples of a series which is ongoing called Urbanscapes. And what they are about is basically how the landscape over many, many, many years has changed in appearance, how it's gone from lovely green pastures and hills and mountains to power lines and malls and telephone lines. So what's happened is the landscape is now permanently changed. It's now what I call an urbanscape. And I call the whole series, for want of a better name, The Gridding of America. By gridding, I'm talking about how we've gone from soft, natural shapes and colors to hard edges, linear backgrounds. Also, one of my other loves is painting clouds. And it developed partly out of painting clouds and realizing that on an industrial landscape, there are also clouds of smoke and clouds of steam. They're part now of the urban landscape. One of the paintings that's in the show is of a power plant at twilight. There's a power plant that I see on the New Jersey Turnpike at twilight when I'm driving there. It's the most fascinating thing I've ever seen, and it's on 24 hours a day. So I decided to make a painting of it in my own inimitable fashion. These paintings, although they're realistic, are not necessarily done from photographs. These two particular paintings, one is sort of a cityscape with smokestacks and buildings in the background in a haze. And the other one, which is of a power plant, I used a photograph to get the main lines of it, but then took off on the rest of it. I tend to use the photographs to get started and inspired by the idea, and sometimes to check on details, but mostly they're a combination of me making them up or inventing them and just using the knowledge I have from just viewing this urbanscape all the time, all around me. I am a very confusing artist. My entire life, and it's a long life, I've gone back and forth between this kind of painting and sheer abstraction. I really am basically mentally an abstract expressionist because I love paint and I love color and I love to play with it and I love shapes and I'm very good at composition, so I can throw all that stuff together and get something interesting. And my abstract brain doesn't care about the relevance of the subject. The painting itself is the relevance of the subject. The actual subject matter can go in any direction, including totally abstract. And that's been the way I do it. I get doing these series, and then I think I've done enough, and I want to change my perspective completely. So if you look at my website, howardnathenson.com, you will see the whole story from soup to nuts.